Once again today, we have questions. Well, y'all have questions. I have answers. I'm out of town on vacation all week, so I am talking about the issues that you have asked me to talk about. So let's jump right in today. First off, we have a question from Samira Juarez, 231. The question is, I heard that Florida now allows the use of toxic chemicals, contaminated material, to be used for road construction. Do you think you and Pap could do a deep dive into that? Pap and I did do a deep dive into this on America's Lawyer, which airs exclusively on the Ring of Fire YouTube channel, actually about a month and a half ago. But just in case, obviously, not everybody over here at this channel is familiar with that. So let me go ahead and break it down for you. The state of Florida has a legislation that would require the State Department of Transportation to study using phosphogypsum to build roads all across our state. Now, phosphogypsum is a highly radioactive substance that is a byproduct of the farming industry, which we have a very big farming industry here in Florida. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we do. So we produce, tons and tons and tons of this phosphogypsum radioactive waste every single year. And the companies that produce this toxic waste, they don't want to deal with it. So they go and they lobby our Republican-controlled House, Republican-controlled Senate, and Republican-controlled governor's office, and they say, hey, how's about y'all do this? You take this radioactive, cancer-causing material that's actually banned by the United States Environmental Protection Agency from use in anything. Why don't you take this? Why don't you put it in your roads? Why don't we just put it going through every community in this country or in this state so that we don't have to pay to have these mountains of phosphogypsum that you can see if you're on a road trip throughout the state of Florida? And of course, our Republican-controlled state said, oh, well, that sounds like a good idea. Why don't you go put some of that radioactive material in the street? Let's pass a bill that says we have to do it. Again, this is a radioactive substance. It will give you cancer through prolonged exposure. It is banned by the United States Environmental Protection Agency, but the Florida government, run by Ron DeSantis and his Republican morons, says, nah, let's put it in the roads. Now, I don't know if y'all know this. Florida can be a rather rainy state. Also don't know if you know this, but phosphogypsum, when it gets wet, that radioactivity can leach into the water. So let's say you put it in the roads. So everywhere around Florida, every road you drive on's got radioactive material. Do you know what's going to happen when it rains? That rainwater is going to become slightly, to a degree, radioactive. It's then going to run off into our yards. We're going to have puddles of it by our front steps. And then what happens to that radioactive substance in that water? Because the water is not just going to stay there. It's either going to soak into the groundwater and be in our drinking water, or it's going to evaporate. And then it's going to be raining radioactive rain on us, not just in Florida, but across the country. Because, the water that evaporates here doesn't just stay in Florida clouds, right? They move. Clouds move. So we could contaminate the entire gosh darn country because our idiot Republican legislature thinks it's a smart idea to have radioactive roads all across the state. So yeah, your state may be messed up wherever you live, but you're not, let's put radioactive substances in the streets messed up like we are down here in Florida. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.